Hello. I hope you all are having a super duper fantastic day out there today. Hey, I'm live at 5. 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 Come on inside of the StreamYard room. It's your girl, Denise Merriweather. I am here to have and continue this conversation. This whole year is all about honoring yourself. This month, it's about honoring your dream. It's the perfect time to focus on it. Why? It's the beginning, is when we set our goals, is when we create our New Year resolutions, is when we're talking about turning the page, doing something new, honoring the things that we've been talking about for years, whether it's losing the weight, starting a business, getting married, building the house. Those are getting the new car, the things that we consistently talk about that we believe takes some effort and some time in order for it to come into fruition. We start in the beginning of the year and we look at it and we decide whether or not we're going to put this on the docket for 2024. Hey, Sissy, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. So let's get into this conversation. But before we do, let me formally introduce myself to you. My name is Denise Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneur's Jumpstart Program. It is the #1 training environment for women in the world looking to leverage their knowledge, ignite their passion, build a highly profitable business. So what I'm going to do right now, if that sounds like you, sounds like something you would be interested in, you want to go ahead, get your business off the ground, get started, I'm going to go ahead and drop that inside of the chat so you can go ahead and invest in yourself. And we're going to be talking about that today. So listen, let's get into this conversation. Are you willing to pay the cost for your dreams? That's the question that's on the table. And if you want to answer. Are you willing to pay the cost for your dreams? So when I look at the things that I've accomplished and the different careers that I've had over the years, right, from becoming a marketing director in radio to becoming a project manager and coordinator in event planning, to now owning my own business, which is not the first business that I owned or that I tried, right? But owning my own business as a thought leader, a coach, speaker, and a teacher. So listen, let's get into this conversation. Are you willing to pay the cost for your dreams? Okay, LaShawn said, yes, I'm willing. If you're willing, put it inside the chat and definitely share this video. Thank you so much, Sean, for sharing. That's making me remember I need to be blessing people that's sharing my content and continuing to get the word out about answering your calling, following your purpose, and doing whatever it takes to answer the call that God has given you in your heart. So the first thing that I want to talk about when I talk about are you willing to pay the cost is, are you willing to pay the time, right? That's a cost. That's currency. That's a something that you will have to sacrifice or give up. And let me talk about time for just a second. For those of you who are readers or that listen to audio book, put it in the chat, leaders read, put it in the chat, leaders read. And I'm okay with however way you get the books in, whatever form you think would be most beneficial for you. I want you to get it in, put it in the chat, leaders read. But if you read the book, The Outliers is what I believe is The Outliers. I read this or listened to this a couple of years ago. And what it talked about inside of that book was that in order for you to master or to become an expert of any area, you have to train for at least 10,000 hours. Put it in the chat, 10,000 hours of training. Put it in the chat, 10,000 hours of training. And what do I mean by 10,000 hours of training? Meaning doing it. Meaning practicing it, doing it, performing it, going after it, having the conversations, whatever it is. If it's in business, it's doing business, whatever that business is, meaning learning the marketing, learning the policies and procedure, learning how to protect people information, learning how to protect yourself, getting insurance, naming the business, getting the account, getting your values and your mission together. All those things are part of the time, the 10,000 hours, right? In order for you to be an expert or to have some form of perfection or competency in a particular area is 10,000 hours of training, doing it, making it happen, right? And my question is, the dream that you created, I don't even know how long ago you created it, right? For me, my business, I started my business in 2017. I ain't in 10 years 10 years in yet. You know how we tend to not actually know certain people who are thought leaders or that's artists until like they hit and they become the superstar. But when you hear their story, they have been doing this for years before you knew their name. Like they were already in the habit of practicing and developing themselves. Put it in the chat, I will develop myself. Put it in this chat, I will develop myself. They were doing the work already before they became famous, before you knew their name, before you purchased their book, before you went to their conference, before you purchased the tickets to see them live, before you watched their movie. Right? These people were already doing this work for years. Some have degrees, some have certifications, some don't have anything, some are self-taught, some have been taught by mentors, like whatever the training and development process was, because there's more than one way to skin a cat. Put it in the chat. There's more than one way to skin a cat. You could get to your dream, your destination, many ways. Right? It's not one way. It's not one way. There's many ways to get to where you want to go. And my question is, whatever that dream is that you wrote down, to be a speaker and coach, to have your own business, to help people with estate planning, to build the dream house, to lose the weight, are you willing to become an expert and give 10,000 hours to it? That's the question. I want to see if it's a yes, because that's what's required in order for you to master the thing that you want people to purchase or to see as a service that you provide. So are you willing to do the work to give the 10,000 hours to it? Because in order for you to have the dream, it will cost you something. And one of those things is time. Number 2, the second thing that I'm going to tell you, and I tell you all the time, it's going to take some effort. You're going to have to work. Put it in there, number 2. So are you willing to give the effort that's needed in order for you to realize the dream? What does that look like? That actually looks like doing the work. That actually looks like getting the coach, taking the course, signing up for Queen Padour's Jumpstart program, right? It's going to require you to actually get in the game, get on the court, actually take the action. I told you guys on Monday that I was a part of a creation process for 2024 led by Landmark Worldwide. And they talked about what are you going to do within the next 7 days to get the ball rolling, right? I am still writing. I am still developing the plan and action items, but action must take place within the first 7 days of making this dream realized. Every dream that you wrote down, whatever it was that you wanted to accomplish, are you willing to do the work? Make the phone call, take the class, do whatever the work, write it out, write the book that you keep talking about, write the program that you keep saying that you want to sell, learn the technology. Like I am going to master marketing this year. I'm going to master it. And you best believe every day this week, I've been involved in some form of learning marketing. Right? Y'all have heard, hopefully, for those of you who are thought leaders and send out marketing emails, that it's this major change coming from Google and Yahoo, where you have to have these particular records attached to your emails to help people stop getting spams and emails that they don't want. Now, people can always unsubscribe to your list, but there's some people that sending out emails that they done got from somewhere else. Like, just sending you stuff. I get emails all the time, and I'm like, I know I didn't sign up for none of this stuff. I'm not even old enough to have AARP. So why AARP sending me emails? I'm too young for that. So where did they get my email information from? Right? So it's those types of situations. Those things are happening. Time, consistency, action, determination, plan. What is it? Building bridges. Come on, let's go. I got it. I got what it is, Lisa, that you're saying that is needed. And thank you so much for being here. Girl, if I don't see you the next time I come to North Carolina, I'm not coming back to North Carolina until I see you. So next time I come to North Carolina, we going out. We hooking up. We getting lunch. We going to dinner. We doing something. I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, girl. You are doing it. I'm just so proud of you and the progress that you are making and the things that you've already been doing, because you always been doing what you're doing. So anyway, listen, I just want you guys to get, it's going to take effort and it's going to take time, but you got to make sure that you are putting in the effort is going to take to actually win at what it is you're doing. Okay. I know you saw, I was just like, okay, I'm not sure here, but you got to be able to do it. Talking with Tiffany. Hey, AKA Tip. Okay, let's go. Oh, hey, it's a done deal. It's a done deal, Lisa. It's a done deal. Me and you, next time I come to North Carolina, and maybe in March. If it's not in March, it's going to be in April. So we just need to put something on the calendar. So it's going to take effort and it's going to take time. Okay, number 3, final thing. This is the aha gotcha. This is the one that's going to make you clutch your pearls for sure. But listen, you got to invest in your training. You got to spend the money. Hey, what can I say? There's some people that will talk to you based on your effort, right? There's some thought leaders and people and mentors that when I ask them, hey, I really need your help on learning how to do this. The first question, even I was just talking to my husband about this. We are ministry leaders for our church on the online space. And when we're thinking about how we want to contribute and impact the community, right, we got to figure out what our community service project will be. And then we have to start doing it. You can't go asking people for money and support and grants and all this stuff when you ain't doing the work. Do you get that? So in order for you to be able to get the money or the investment or the backing that you're looking for, you have to have already started. And then for some of you, that means you got to invest in someone to assist you with what it is that you're trying to start. Do y'all get it? Like, invest in it. Take the class, get the certification. Last year, I was in a certification to become a leader at Landmark to lead introductions. Why? Because I wanted to improve by enrollment and registration conversation. So guess what I had to do? Pay for the training in order to get better in my communications so I could serve the people that I want to serve and that they actually could get what it is that I'm saying when I'm saying it. Do y'all get that? So I don't know what it is, where you got to spend the money to get the training that you need to do the thing that you want to do, but get the training, spend the money, invest in yourself. Aren't you worth it? Aren't you worth investing in? That means stop drinking the Starbucks drinks, stop spending money eating out, save money, cook at home, right? There's so many different ways that you can reallocate and find the money that you need in order to get the training that you want to get the dream that you're saying that you want. So here's the thing. It's funny how we can make payments and figure out how to get money to go to concerts and shows and trips, but we won't do the same thing to invest in our education, certification, and coaching. I don't get it. Now, I do it, right? But it hadn't always been easy, right? So listen, I want you to answer the question. The question today on the table is, are you willing to pay the cost for your dreams? This is all about honoring yourself this year. We're going to recap real quick. First thing, are you willing to pay the time? Are you willing to give it to it? Are you willing, number 2, to give the effort? And are you really willing to pay the cash? Because it's going to require some investing in yourself in order to develop and be able to do the things that you want to do. Look, always looking forward to serving you. If you're ready to start that business, if you're ready and you're ready to give it all you got and invest, Queenpreneurs Jumpstart program would be a great start. It'll help you with all your beginning pieces. So getting the bank account, figuring out your mission statement, your value statement, your colors, all those beginning things. My promise to you from that program is that you leave knowing what your first product is going to be. There was years when I would crack this mic. I started going live, I want to say back in I started doing Empowerment Friday, maybe 2014, 2015. But I've been out here for a while building myself. Dominique, hey, Happy New Year. You're doing amazing things. I'm watching you. You're doing such a great job. Congratulations to you. Yeah, 2015, it was Empowerment Friday, right? So I started doing that, but I was here talking and speaking and showing up with no product. It just don't make no sense. Like, you want people to invest in you, but you haven't created something for them to invest in. So listen, build yourself, build the thing. LaShawn is saying, hey, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Yes, so happy to see you, Dominique. So listen, always looking forward to serving you. 3 things. Are you willing to pay the cost? Are you willing to pay the time, the effort, and the money in order to get your dreams in motion? Always looking forward to serving you. I'll see you guys back here Friday, 5 o'clock, because I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live